1% of companies, even tech companies, should raise venture. So the default is bootstrap. Yeah, and that doesn't seem to, that's not the narrative in TechCrunch or Mashable and VentureBeat. Like the narrative is, oh, if you're not raising funding, why not? But really, most businesses should just be bootstrapped. And I say this as someone who has bootstrapped a bunch of businesses, but I've never been anti-venture capital. I mean, I wrote my book, Start Small, Stay Small, you mentioned in the intro, 2010. And in the first chapter, I say, I'm not anti-venture capital. I'm just anti everyone thinking venture capital is the only way to start a tech company, or a software company. That's not true. And that's really what my life's mission now has come down to, is like showing the world that bootstrapping, or mostly bootstrapping, I call it, like if you raise $100,000, $200,000, I know that sounds like a lot of money. You're still pretty much a bootstrap company. You're not. It's not until you raise in the millions that like it changes dramatically how you connect. I am now technically, I don't like saying this, but I'm technically a venture capitalist. I've raised with my co-founder a $42 million in funds, and we invest in bootstrap SaaS companies. So I'm certainly not anti-venture capital. However, if you were to ask me today, by default, what would I do? I would probably bootstrap the company. I would bootstrap it until it makes sense to raise funding. That's what you do. You know what I mean? Like almost no one will give you money for an idea. Almost no one will give you money for pre-launch, like pre-revenue. Like you need to get to the point where you have proven out this business model a bit such that, folks are willing to give you a check at a reasonable valuation. But most, if you really are thinking, I want to build a two-sided marketplace, you should probably raise venture capital. If you're thinking, I want to make a dent in the universe and build $1 billion company or go to zero, that's a venture capital goal, right? I'm going to be in a market that is winner take all. It's moving very fast, like AI or VR, AR. Probably if I were building drone technology today, what is like the cutting bleeding edge? Very hard to bootstrap companies in those spaces because so much money is going in. So in those spaces, I would say, all right, I'd probably lean towards VC. Almost everything else, I would bootstrap it today until I got to the point where, maybe I'm doing 50 grand a month and now I want to raise funding, or 100 grand a month and now I want to raise funding. That's not a bad way to go.